Andrew Detmer is a teenager from Seattle who starts recording his life with a video camera. His father knocks on his bedroom door, and Andrew tells him that he's drunk.
I bought a camera, and I'm filming everything from here on out.
His mother is slowly dying of cancer, and Andrew's cousin, Matt, comes to pick him up for school. At school, Andrew is unpopular and frequently bullied by his classmates. He records everything at school, and a girl asks him to stop filming.
Could you not videotape us, please? It's really creepy.
Some boys bully Andrew. Matt invites Andrew to a party to meet people, but Andrew doesn't want to go, and Matt tells him it's weird that he's recording people. Later, Andrew is in his room, and his father comes in to hit him.
When I say open that door, you open the door. You got it?
At night, Andrew and his cousin go to the party, and Matt brings him over to talk to someone. Andrew talks to a blonde girl named Casey who asks him why he's filming. Matt joins the conversation with Casey. Andrew starts filming a girl dancing, and her boyfriend gets angry about it. To avoid trouble, Andrew leaves the party. A popular student named Steve Montgomery approaches him and says that Matt and he found something he wants Andrew to film. They go into the woods and find a hole in the ground emitting a strange and loud noise.
Wait, how creepy is that?
Steve goes into the hole, followed by Matt. Andrew reluctantly goes in after them. They discover a large crystalline object glowing with blue light. When they touch it, the object changes from blue to red, and all of them start bleeding from the nose and experiencing intense pain. They collapse to the ground. The recording cuts off, and so it begins. Welcome to Random Recaps. In this video, I am going to recap the movie. Weeks later, Andrew, Matt, and Steve record themselves demonstrating their telekinetic abilities, throwing a ball at each other to see who can stop it. Andrew stops the ball with his mind, causing his nose to bleed. They then showcase their abilities with Legos. When they try to return to the hole, they find it has collapsed and the sheriff's department has sealed off the area for safety. Steve asks about Andrew's father, and Andrew explains that his father used to be a firefighter but now does nothing except drink.
He drinks a lot. I know that much.
Andrew practices his abilities at home by making the camera float while recording himself, while his father yells.
Don't put me on hold. She can't breathe, okay? I don't know what to do with you.
The next day, Andrew goes for a walk with his mother. Later, Matt and Andrew are together throwing stones, and Andrew asks if they plan to do anything more with their powers.
What, with this? Not really.
At school, Steve reads about telekinesis, noting how the definition matches their powers. Matt lifts girls' skirts. Matt theorizes that their abilities work like a muscle that gets stronger with use. The three boys develop a close friendship and start using their powers to play pranks. They scare a little girl and prank a boy.
Wait, why are we running?
Afterward, Andrew pranks Matt by pretending to stab his hand with a fork but shows he can bend it.
Oh, snap.
Like I said,
You gotta pay for that.
They prank a waitress. Then Steve makes a woman believe her car was stolen by moving it.
Steve, don't look. She can't find me.
His nose bleeds. Later, on the highway, Andrew makes a bad joke by causing a driver to run off the road and crash into a river.
Why did you do that? I didn't mean to.
The three go to help the driver. Steve goes into the river and saves the driver. Matt calls the police despite Andrew's reluctance. After this, Matt gets angry with Andrew and sets rules for their powers. They must not use them on living beings, they should not use them when angry, and they should never use them in public again. Later, Andrew and Matt go to see Steve in the middle of nowhere. Steve shows them that they can now fly. Matt tries but falls. He tries again but still can't do it. Andrew tries and succeeds. Later, we see the three flying through the skies. They start tossing a football. A plane almost hits Steve, but Andrew saves them.
Andrew, you saved my life! Oh my God! You saved my life! Andrew!
The next day, Andrew expresses interest in visiting Tibet for its peaceful nature and way of life.
I'm down. You down, Steve?
I don't know, man. There's no bikinis in Tibet.
Matt goes to talk to Casey because he likes her. Steve and Andrew are in the city on a building, and Steve is surprised because Andrew can use the camera with his mind while talking.
You're always thinking of like new shit that we can do, man. This is insane. I mean,
Steve encourages Andrew to enter a talent show to gain popularity. Andrew hesitates, but Steve convinces him. Before leaving for the talent show, his father stops him, suspecting something.
You're up to something, and you can't hide it.
Casey notices Matt recording the show. Andrew goes on stage, and Casey thinks it's a joke. But Andrew impresses everyone using his powers as a spectacular display of magic tricks, juggling, and walking the tightrope. That night, Andrew, Matt, and Steve celebrate at a house party where Andrew is the center of attention. He meets a girl named Monica, and they play beer pong. Monica kisses him, and they go to have sex. Matt leaves with Casey. Steve records himself expressing happiness for Andrew having sex. But Monica soon comes out disgusted because Andrew vomited. Steve goes to check on Andrew and reassures him, but Andrew gets angry.
What's your problem? You think this is funny?
no, I'm not laughing.
Get out!
The next day, Andrew kills a spider. We see his father find Andrew's camera and scold him for having an expensive camera while their mother is dying. The father hits Andrew, and Andrew throws him against the wall with his power. He moves the camera with his mind. We then see Matt with Casey, and he has a nosebleed. Steve goes to talk to Andrew, who is in the middle of a storm. Steve tries to comfort him, but Andrew gets angry and says they're not friends. Steve insists they are friends, saying they've been through everything together and plan to travel the world together. But suddenly, Steve is struck by lightning and dies instantly. At Steve's funeral, Matt confronts Andrew about the suspicious circumstances of Steve's death, and they argue. Andrew denies involvement and flies away. In private, Andrew apologizes at Steve's grave.
And I'm so sorry. I miss you, Steve.
Andrew distances himself from Matt and becomes lonely and unpopular again at school. He is bullied for vomiting on Monica. In retaliation, Andrew uses his powers to pull out a bully's teeth and shows them in the bathroom.
See this one here? This one I got really clean because I did this little, like, lasso thing around the room, you know?
What the hell?
Andrew begins to see himself as a superior predator, rationalizing that he shouldn't feel guilty for using his powers to harm the weak because his powers make him a more advanced being. We then see him destroying a car with his mind. Matt tries to stop Andrew from using his powers, but Andrew declares he's stronger. Matt tries to hit him but fails. Andrew goes to a pharmacy to get his mother's medicine but can't pay for it. Afterward, Andrew dons firefighter gear and goes to rob street thugs who recognize him.
Shit, man, is that Andrew?
Andrew attacks them and robs them. Finding little money, he robs a gas station, causing an explosion that lands him in the hospital. At his bedside, his distraught and grieving father tells the unconscious Andrew that his mother died and blames him for it.
This is your fault!
When his father yells, Andrew wakes up and uses his power to destroy the room in an outburst.
It is your fault!
Meanwhile, Matt is celebrating his younger brother's birthday when he experiences a nosebleed and senses Andrew is in trouble. Hearing news about the hospital explosion, Matt borrows Casey's car to go there. Matt and Casey arrive at the hospital and see Andrew throwing his father off the building. Matt saves his father. Andrew takes Casey's car, ejects Matt from it, and throws the car, but Matt saves Casey. Matt flies to talk to Andrew. Andrew takes cameras and cell phones from people. Matt tries to reason with Andrew, but Andrew becomes increasingly violent and uncontrollable. Andrew throws a bus at Matt, who catches it and throws it into a building. Andrew hurls cars at Matt. Andrew hits a light pole. Matt helps Andrew and tells the police not to shoot. Andrew stands and unleashes his power on the police. The police try to kill Andrew, but he uses his power to stop the bullets and make them retreat. Unable to control Andrew, Matt pulls a spear from a nearby statue and impales him. The police surround Matt, but he escapes by flying away. Sometime later, Matt lands in Tibet with Andrew's camera. He records himself speaking to Andrew. Matt promises to use his powers for good and to find an explanation for them, though we never find out because no more movies were made. Matt sets up the camera to view a distant Tibetan monastery, says his final words,
You made it.
and flies away, ending the movie. Hope you enjoyed the summary. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.